Yeah, come on. Just hit the thing and then we're up in Appleby County too. Like, you know. Alright, it's sarcasm. What good does it do to complain? I know that's stupid. I gotta rid all of that out. And I have been. I mean, it's with your mind, like, you know, I mean, all the stuff that you see that goes on and everything like that. And you really want to, like, you know, give, your best advice and, you know, ways to, like bring down the temperature and all that kind of stuff. Talk to people. That's what you gotta do. I mean, at this one place, this one store I go to, they always say hi to you. I never ask why, but it's like a thing. Like, anytime you come in, it's like they know you and everything, and it's cool. I mean, because, like, you know, there's people there, and they like, I don't know. No, that didn't make sense. Let me have my coffee. I was gonna say something like, say you're walking in, and we see somebody there, but the thing is, they already said probably hi to them too. So, like, you're walking in, like, you know, like, everybody knows you, like, you know, because they make you feel important. They make you feel special. It's like, you know, you go in other places, they don't really, you know. I think, you know, it's a good thing. It teaches things. It teaches important lessons, because a conversation, even if it's small, like I said, talk. I said, you know, that's one way of fixing things is to talk. But then again, you don't want to talk too much, or I don't know. It all depends on the person. Because when I walked in, it was like cop cars all over. They had someone pulled over. There was 2 cops in there. And the guy's there that I know, and I walk in and I go, what's up? Because he's like, good morning. And, like, you know, they looked over and everything. Like, you know, was a celebrity in here or something? And then I get to the coffee, and then the girl's there, and she's like, hello. I'm like, hello. I go, how are you? You know, I took it a little further. I go, how are you? She goes, all right. I go, yeah, me too. All right. You know. And then you know, I kind of went on a little bit. Maybe she laughed a little bit or something. I don't know what she said. She said something. There was something inaudible, as like we listened to 2 years of everything, of tapes and this and that, and who said what, you know, can't do this. I know it's okay for some, but not for others. So then I said, well, it's going to be nice weather, because I elaborated on the all right. I said, well, the weather, I said, hopefully the weather will be getting better. You know, because that always makes people feel good. I mean, like when I was talking yesterday, we don't know exactly what's on people's minds. And it's good to find out. You know, if we have a system where, you know, people are just, like, friendly to one another and nice, well, I mean, it just rubs off. You feel good. You feel motivated, like, to just get up and go out. Because, like, everywhere you go, like, you know, you're going to get people just say, hi. And it's like, even if you didn't do anything, it's just satisfaction. And you're able to talk. The day is not scary. It goes by nice. Other than, I mean, the alternative, where, you know, you're thinking, you're wondering, because all the stuff that's going on, you know, you turn the radio, you turn the news, you turn the...
When maybe it was...
What do we have here? I mean...
Okay, it had to be around 2008, 2009, right, because that's when it was... That's when gasoline prices went over, you know...
all right, good, they're talking about something. That's nice. That's refreshing. That's beautiful. They're not talking about it. I mean, let the authorities do their job. You know, not everyone has to weigh in on things. Let it play out. Instead of, like, I was, like, having a conversation the other day with somebody. I was like, you know, this is like a present to like a organization that all they do is they look for this kind of stuff. I mean, whenever the story, you know, first came out, it was like, are you kidding me? Look at this gift here. Look at this You don't play around. Everyone is saying that. The police, everyone, even the mayor, a lot of people. Okay. I mean, even people on The View and The Chew. Is The Chew even on anymore? Oh, they got rid of that. They took a girl from The View and put her on that slot. It's like we didn't get enough of The View, so we gotta get more. And then they just sit around basically doing the same thing they did all morning on the station. Or all of them do, like, they just sit around and they paint a beautiful picture of everything, and then sandwiched in with all these incidents and cases that we've been going over to find out who is not in our circle, in the America circle. I mean, we conquer and divide where we should be, like, getting to know one another. Stop all this mass hysteria, fear mongering and stuff like that. I mean, like, I called up Rod. I'm like, well, what is the thing? I mean, I got a little frustrated, because I said, answer me, just tell me one thing. He's like, he's a racist. Then, like, you hear other opinions, like, you hear people like say he's like the best pro-black president, ever, or whatever, that they can, or in their lifetime. And other people just say, I mean, you go back to the Charleston thing, or whatever, however you say, wherever it was. I get those two mixed up. But the thing there where he said, they took his words, and that's what they're doing. And the same thing with investigations. 3 bumps. I'm Count Bump Dracula. 1 bump, 2 bumps, 3 bumps. Alright, we'll take some phone calls. And we have OG on the line. OG, you're from here? Straight? Yes, straight. So what's going on, OG? Just holding my ground, all that. Twinkles, yes, I know, I don't. There's some kind of skit, if we could do. Bump number 4. So anyways, yes. The things that that they've been discussing. What I wanted to tell them is, like, it seems like, the Democrats, they're all going around Bernie. Like, it's like Bernie is the template or whatever. It's like the original thing. Like, they're all drawn off from that. He was the next best, suited, other than Hillary, and the deer are out. And that's whoa, you gotta watch out. You better not shout. I'm telling you, Santa Claus. Let's hear McNamara.
Right. Yeah, that's what you do. That's not what the Green Deal is.
The Green Deal.
And I heard someone, in fact, in recent days, talk about it makes the wealthy wealthier. It makes. When we talk about the expansion of wealth. Talk about being able to get something out of the ground that in the ground has zero purpose and demand.
Sing it.
Until it's above ground and processed and has instant demand and value.
Come on.
That kind of expansion of wealth
stand people
is exactly what this country was founded on.
The grandstand. Just
people
get to the point.
It makes the wealthier wealthy. As opposed to what system would you be looking at? Well, because those are the people that will buy into the Bernie BS. That only the rich benefit. That's the implication. That only the rich benefit. Then go spend some time in the Permian Basin. Go spend some time in Pennsylvania. Go spend some time in those areas where that production is, and by the way, hasn't always been. When those wildcatters in the 80s were going out of business left and right, nobody was crying except the wildcatters. It was the innovation over those decades that brought about that expansion of wealth, because that's what we, as a nation, do best. Well, if you, to say people don't.
This must be a station where the listeners have to be educated or something, because it's not they're not doing.
Remember?
They're not doing like Lemon and Cuomo and all this kind of stuff where they just have like a few words on the screen and stuff like that, and they focus on one particular thing, and it just makes you believe in that. It's like now they have a little bit of time, they can like spin things around, spin it around a little bit. I mean, you know how they do it. It's on and on and on. I'm removing myself from the situation because you don't want to be a fanatic, or you don't want to be like you want to be able for like people to tune in like down to earth, like what Raven said. And I said, well, I said, you listen to talk radio or anything, or comedians or whatever, or like talk. I go, well, what makes the best kind of a talk? And she's like, people just talk about like real things, or just I don't know. I mean, I can't just like come up here with like all these facts and just go. I mean, let them be. Let them be. Everyone knows what they're doing. I can't sit here and convince you of anything like that. It's something you got to find out on your own, and it's your right. It's your right. If you think it's okay to just constantly just be focused on one side and everything, always like defending one side, because you have a blame. It's all about blame. You have to. You think about this. All these situations. Say you're having a problem with somebody. Most of the time, it's going to be because they're a type of person that makes excuses. That there's always something. There's always something causing them, from getting or whatever, or reaching something. And if you're there, you just like all of a sudden just fit into that. But if you go out of sight, out of mind, let them like figure it out, on their own. Which that's how it is. We have free will and everything like that. We have a conscience. We got to be able to live with ourselves and everything like that. How do you go about like saying to yourself, well, God, all right, I understand what you're saying and everything like that, but doesn't it happen over here? I mean,
the average family, $1,900 a year.
Okay.
Because it forced everybody to be more competitive and brought the cost down of all the goods and services that you buy.
Come on, I need something here, Mike.
Shipping as compared to what it was.
Oh, gee.
Well, in fact, it was Walmart.
Damn.
A lot of the companies that made the product.
So, OG.
To
yes, player. So, you have a new album coming out? Yes. Straight. That's it. Straight. The album title is Straight. Not straight out of anything, just straight, right? Straight. Yo, you making fun of me? No. And what kind of tracks we'll be hearing on this? Well, lots of tracks, man. Train tracks. Tracks. I don't know. I thought I could do something. I just... Go to music, Twiggles. Oh, no, yeah, that's nice. What, Johnny Madness?